What we're going to do, we're going to leave the guard up for this demo so it's a little easier for you folks at home. A dull chisel and a slotted screwdriver, not to mention the best little mini bar ever made. Here's some quick sharpening tips. Keep the glasses on, use the guard, practice with your crappiest tools first. So when you get your nicer tools, you got some skills. Chisel. Chisels get all rounded as you use them. So I like to hollow ground them. So what I do is I take the back side off without going anywhere near my cutting edge. You can tell by the fact the sparks will be on the back side. See how high that metal is? Can you see how the sparks are behind? I don't have to worry about ruining the metal because I'm a long ways from the leading edge. I go back and forth to take advantage of the whole grinding wheel. I'm pretty flat here. I'm a little light on this side, so when I go back down, I'm going to push a little harder on that side. The line is flatter. I'm getting closer to my leading edge. I haven't hit the cutting edge yet. Now I'm going to do the leading edge real lightly, and I'm going to do it on the fine side of my grinder. Now you're going to see sparks coming over the front of the blade. Earlier, all the sparks were behind the blade. You see the reflection on the right-hand side? See, it's not sharp there on that right-hand side yet. Just take your time. You go too fast and blew the metal, you've taken the temper out and you're ruining it. You can still make it sharp, it just won't hold its edge as long. Still see that little shine there on the right-hand side? Still not there yet. How am I looking on the front? I'm hollow ground. So I have a lot of relief in the back, good for me as a carpenter. It means this edge is thinner and it'll go into the wood and have a sharper cutting edge. There it goes. Okay, I'm a little crooked. Not bad. No metal shining on the back. I'm a little not real square. So my thumb is going to push on this side of the blade to take a little bit more material off that side of the tool. Not bad. I get a burr on the back edge. When you're sharpening the metal, some of the metal rolls forward. You can feel a little burr there. So when I'm done, I hold the blade flat on my sharpening stone and I just polish it a little bit. The back side never gets sharpened. The back side of a chisel stays perfectly flat and true. The cutting edge all happens on one point. This is true of all kinds of striking tools. Same thing with my mini bar. Now is a screwdriver. A lot of people grind the tip of a slotted screwdriver and they make it too steep. Then when I put it into my screw and turn it, it's so steep it slides out. What I want to do is I like to hollow grind my slotted screwdriver so that the leading edge is almost parallel before it starts to feather out as opposed to being pointy, especially if you're removing slotted screws. So what we do, we square off the tip. Okay, big square edge. I start back here. I work until I barely see the front and I go back. There's the sparks on the front. Go back. Come back real lightly this time. sparks coming off the tip, stop. See that edge? Now we're going to do the other side. It's getting pretty warm. See the smoke coming off of it. You can see where we're at. Both these edges are concave. So the first 1/8 inch of this blade is going to be almost parallel. So when I put this in a screw and turn it, it's not going to be a V and walk out of the screw. And then to show a little integrity, I touch the sides. I'm still a little fat on the front. I'm going to shorten it, and I'm going to do a little bit more hollow grinding. Okay, my last tool is my mini bar. This is the best carpenter's molding tool that was ever made. This edge is very thin. I keep it sharp so I can slide it underneath the door casing or a piece of shoe molding. And I can get the molding pried away from the wall a little bit. I can even use it as a knife. I keep it so sharp. Then once I get the molding loose, then I flip my tool around and I use the hook side and I pry the moldings off. Any damage to the wall is usually hidden behind the molding. I want the flat side that I'm sliding against the wall to be true. I want my sharp edge out here. I just floated this tool. I barely let it hang on the grinder at all. So my edge is very, very steep. My leading edge doesn't have to be sharp like a razor. Same thing though, I don't want any burrs in the back side. I take this tool, I throw it on my stone, I lay it flat, polish it a little bit. Thank you very much. Tips from MrHardware.com.